spot, and they're having to make significant, from what I understand, I could be wrong. They're having to make significant changes to now accommodate those rights issues that the Michael Jackson estate forgot about and omitted. Oh, it was just a terrible, terrible, terrible mess. This is going to be a $1 billion film, though. Make no mistake. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Whatever. Michael is going to be a $1 billion film. It might be $2 billion films because, from my understanding, they're going to split the film in two. Instead of having like a 3.5 to 4 hour long Michael Jackson movie, I think they're going to split into Michael Part 1 and Michael Part 2. And then both of them are probably going to make close to $1 billion. So it's going to be a windfall for them. But I feel really bad for Lionsgate, dude. I mean, a lot of times it's studios shoot themselves in the foot. This is not one of those situations. And I like I said, I feel really badly for them.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, hey, hey.
It's been a minute. I mean, of course, we've been on each other live, but I don't think I did a live this whole month on this channel.
Have I? On mine? I don't remember. I don't know if I did or not, but it's been a minute because in March we were like doing it back to back to back. So it's been a good while.
Yeah, it's been a slow news era, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I was like, I ain't gonna waste y'all time doing nothing burgers with y'all. Time is valuable, time is precious, but I feel like there has been enough said to have a live now.
Yeah.
So
it's been getting crumbs here and there.
I didn't even ask you, Jim, were you able to separate the live?
I think so. Let me check real quick.
Because I was like, I didn't even get a chance.
Let me see.
I will definitely say hi to Battle. What's up? Kelly, Serena. Serena gets amazing love. She went on, we had a Karate Kid special on Gadget Trish with Tori. Tori said, let's do Karate Kid, da-da-da. Serena was almost everyone. And it was so funny. There was a part, it was super, super late. And we were like, if Serena's here, we love you for stuff coming through. And then Serena's like, I'm still here. So it's been a long week. We were preparing for Karate Kid Legends. And I'm not going to lie, I cannot wait till this live is over just so I can go to bed. I'm so tired. What's up, Sadie?
Hey, hey, hey.
What's up, Christian? Cheyenne? Susie? What's up, Azul? What's up? The King Michael, Tracy. How am I feeling? Mentally, really good. Physically, my eye's still healing. That's why I got this puffy onto here because my eyes, thank God it's open now. Jim will tell you it was closed shut when we did the Tory live. But it's discolored and slightly, it's disfiguring my face. But thank God my job has let me wear dark glasses because, you know, I work in a job where you have to see people and people were responding to it in day one. So I was like, dang, bro. New Yorkers, man, they don't know how to hide their energy. Like, even when I'm saying nothing, you know what they're looking at. It's like, you're looking at my eye. So, like, they were like, no, wear your glasses. We understand. We're good. Because at first I had a patch, but the patch was causing my eyes to cross. It was doing something weird. And then the dark glasses was the best solution because it's like, if you looked hard enough, you'd be like, oh, I could tell why she has glasses on. But I'm very, very good. It could have been worse, you know, at least it's healing. Thank God. What's up, D? And what's up, John Brown? Okay, it's officially working for your side because it's telling me John Brown came from your side. All right, awesome.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome.
So we're doing our first Jennifer / Trisha's dual live. I have the station StreamYard option that allows people that are guests to also have their separate lives. So we're hopefully me, Jen, and Tori can see if we can do a 3-man split to see how far this can go. Because it's like we all work hard and we, make sure that everyone is aware that, hey, Jen the live too, and Jen has her own thing going. So just go in the description. If you haven't subbed to Jennifer's channel, please do. This is like my homie from day one. She was in New York grinding with Melanie and the crew, and from the day one, from the very beginning. So proud to have you around with us still.
Thank you so much. And
So
if you're
how
on
was
my channel, make sure to subscribe to Trish, the queen.
thank you. So how was your week, Jen?
This week was good. Last weekend was better because I got to see the queen. But
Ooh.
it was wonderful.
You know what? I didn't put a slide for it, but please talk about your experience seeing Janet Jackson for the second time in Vegas.
It was so good. She just puts up an amazing show, and it's so different from the tour. Like this, I'm not gonna give too much away because I know she's coming up with new dates now in September. So I think the tickets go live shortly. She moved them. So make sure to check that out. But it's so good, so fresh, and it's so intimate. If you haven't, make sure you go. And I think the flight for me, the issue is since I'm in Georgia, flying out to like the West Coast, I've been having layovers, but I found some flights that are like one way each. So I'm like, book that. You can find some like inexpensive hotels, especially if you go during the week. So make sure to get that, look into that. And oh God, Janet, so amazing. She still moves so good, and the vibe. And like, if you go alone, don't be scared to go alone. Because I went alone this time, and I met some amazing people, some like really, really nice people. So yeah, but the queen is still slaying.
I'm not sure if I'm going to go in September. Remember, I was supposed to go with you, specifically with Jennifer, and the plane was not cooperating. But if something, I was telling Jen, I'm hustling, I'm doing my thing on the side. I'm really like trying to get my money in a better place. If I could, maybe September. And you're right. Jennifer's right. If you go on the weekdays, everything's cheaper. The flights, the hotels, everything. So I've never did Vegas by myself, but maybe this is a good year to try it. So, I mean, both you and Tori went by yourself.
Yeah. I mean, we were trying to meet up, but she goes during the week, and I do weekends. So, but we'll see. We'll see what comes up. We have to. I would love to all three of us sit together and see Janet because we're like big fans. So
True. It just depends. I'm a doable. I'm one of those people. Like I don't force anything. Like if the money's not quite right, or health is not right, or mental's not right, we just be still. So I've been very still this year. It's been a very enriching year. Like I didn't even realize like me traveling and doing so much was keeping me from healing the way I needed to heal. Traveling's good though. Traveling does play a role into bringing inspiration and happiness as well. But I was traveling too much. And it's like, you got to create, 9 to 5, you have YouTube, you have traveling, you got the dog, you got the family. I as much as I hate that my money was so messed up this year, I was just like, I'm also grateful that the peace that I found just being home, chilling, doing stuff and watching TV. I never even have time to watch TV. I'm like, oh, I get to stream this and do that and enjoy myself. So, it's cool. Like you finding the silver lining.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, thank you, John, for subscribing to both. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you, lady. I know our things are so up and down. Like sometimes we're early, sometimes we're late. But it's been a while, so still the jet lag. Oh, how was Kingvention, lady? I believe it was the 24th, right? June 24th. It was recently.
Yes, it was recently.
Or was it this weekend? No. I think it was last week.
No, I think it was last weekend. Yeah. I've never been. Have you?
No. I was hoping that they did the Kingvention in that time we were all in California. Like literally we were all there. And they did something like a week or two ahead. And I'm like, bruh. And I find the cheapest way to get to Cali. It's still tough to fly in and out because your job has to accommodate you and this and that, the dog and the cat. Like I couldn't do it. But I was hoping that they did like maybe it was This Is Thriller on Saturday and King Convention on Sunday, but it didn't work out like that.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I mean, I've always wanted to go to one in England, keeping it real with you. Just a reason just to be out there. But we'll see. I think like once you get your money in order, you could do whatever you want. So I'm trying to get to that point. Not spend as little as possible, but spend significantly less. Because I'll do stupid stuff like get a popcorn bucket, and the popcorn bucket will be like $50. Like I could stop doing stuff like that. So just start there. So I know most of the problem with my money is me. So I gotta work on that. I was like, you really got some expensive habits.
Oh, trust me, I know. My family tells me all the time, like, really? Are you serious? You're getting that? 2 of them? 3 of them? Why? It's like, I don't know.
What's your most expensive fandom? Because I know you have multiple fandoms too.
Ooh, I'd have to say, I'd have to say Michael, just because we do so much. So I'd have to say Michael. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same, because as much as I love Star Wars, I don't do the meet and greets like that. Only done 3. And they were all 3 put together was maybe under 1,000. Not saying 1,000's cheap, but you know what I'm saying? Like to meet 3 separate people or one person. No, 3 separate people, 4 separate events for under 1,000 is actually good, averaging $250 a person. But Star Wars, I could see going over the Jacksons if I had the kind of money I want. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
yes.
Star Wars Celebration, I just can't afford those things yet. Disney, Star Wars is expensive, y'all. Trust and believe. It's just, if I had to pick, I'd rather do the Jackson stuff first. Those are actually living people, living like it's, like it's not like Star Wars is fictional. I'm like, no, those are actually real people. So let me see. Definitely put Vegas on your list. We haven't got any updates about the birthday either. No. This has been the quietest Jackson family year I have ever seen in my life, with the exception of Janet. Well, I'll take it back. This has been the quietest Michael year. Because when I think about it, Austin, TJ, Terrell, they're doing their things. Their music is coming out. Yeah. But I mean, like Michael Jackson stuff, we usually know the birthday brunch setup. We just got the announcements for the Hill Los Angeles movies, but usually that's out earlier. We're still missing a mystery barbecue. I don't know if that's happening still from Hill Los Angeles. So, and like you really can't plan your flights until you find out what's released or not. So. And then most important, the Michael Jackson biopic, where we still have a lot to talk about at that. A lot of like what's going on, y'all? You want to know?
Yeah, we need to know.
So especially if flights are involved, or as I'm trying to get out of debt, trying to see what I need to scrape up. But all right, John said sometimes it's better to go by yourself. I know last time I did go with my friends, ended up in a separate room, and then technically was by myself. And that's when I ended up hanging out with Jen and Tori. And then it was my first time like really roaming around. So I was like, it was a very unique thing. So I was like, I need to walk around more and get out the Luxor hotel. Hey, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
We're definitely going to start all the biopic questions, because biopic we're going to have. King Virgin celebrated 10 years this year. History 30. I didn't know King Venture was doing it for 10 years. You?
Yes, because on their website they put it that they're celebrating 10 years. It's like Rock With You theme.
I had no idea. I heard about it maybe 3-4 years ago. 5 max. Oh, good question, Kelly. Can you break this down a little bit better, Jen?
Let's see. Convention, I mean, is a convention for Michael Jackson fans. And it's just like they do gatherings, they do like panels with people who actually met Michael. Sometimes they have like artifacts that like I know in what was it, in October they had Julian's auction, I think it was, or an auction where they were selling like different artifacts of Michael. They were promoting that, so you got to see like fedoras, jackets that Michael wore. I think years before they had Michael's suit from Speed Demons. So they have like different Michael Jackson memorabilia there, and they have like different panels. Mainly that. They also have like a dance floor section. So it's just a big gathering for Michael Jackson fans. I sent you the link to their Facebook.
I don't know if it's gonna open. I don't have Facebook on a computer. You think it's gonna open if you don't have Facebook on here? We're gonna find out.
Let me see.
We're gonna find out the hard way. Hold on.
If not, I can try to share my screen.
Cause I was like, I think of Convention like a Comic-Con in a way. Mixed, like you said, with dancing, and it's probably pretty much a Comic-Con, like, showcasing certain people on panels. Michael Jackson fans, of course, cosplay is very much welcomed. Definitely is something I would suggest doing. Red Jackson, who lives in London, or I'm sorry, England, he goes to it. He loves it. He always suggests it. So, and I think Hector Bajor was there as a guest in the last one. I don't know about this year, but more likely this year too. But kind of been out of the Jackson loop, just dealing with my main channel. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna need your help with the biopic stuff, but we'll get to that very soon. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. Just a lot of little things you hear here and there. Not a huge Star Wars fan as much as I used to be. Will John Brown. I'm not sure if you watch Andor. I'm not sure if Jennifer watched Andor, but if you had any doubt about is Star Wars dead or dying, go watch Andor. It is a slow burn. You might say, what the hell is this thing about? But once you get to a certain point, you're going to be so glad you watched it. I've never seen the Star Wars fans so happy in such a long time. I think the last time I saw us all collectively happen is when Luke came out in The Mandalorian season 2. I think the last time I seen this like all happy without like, this is the first time people were like, hey, this is actually really good. So my only feedback about Andor is because it has a slow burn, you kind of turn people off. So some of my friends and relatives that like Star Wars just can't get past the boring part. It's not boring, I promise you. It's just you gotta get through it. It's a slow build up. So I wish it wasn't so slow because then people can be more, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was watching Andor before I came on this live. I was like, yeah, how many times am I gonna rewatch this season? Who knows? Probably a good 6 more times. And we're talking like 24 episodes. Because it's so smart. It's so smart. It's so many twists and turns. I was like, this is not the Star Wars that I grew up with, but I'm here for it.
I have not seen it yet. I have to. I also love Star Wars. I'm not as big as Trish, but I love my Star Wars. I think I have to see it.
I think you'll like it. In the beginning, you're gonna hate it. You'll be like, Trish, I hate you for making me watch this show. But it does get better, if that makes any sense. And then once you realize what the buildup was about, then you'll be able to watch it over and over again. Like, oh, I'm bored. Let me see Andor again. You know, that kind of thing. So
is it kind of like, what is it, Boba Fett?
No. It's kind of like Rogue One. It's the prelude to Rogue One. And even Rogue One, I was like, what the hell is this movie about? It is so boring. I don't know these people. I don't get this. Who's this girl, Jen? Right? Jane, well, whatever her name is. The main character, I think it was Jane. And I was like, what is going on? And then when I realized it was the build up to episode 4, I was like, it's like kind of like that. But now in the form of a series. So
gotcha.
If you guys are stuck in New York in your homes because you ain't got no money to travel, get it to Disney Plus. It's 24 episodes there. And I'm doing lives every week there now. So join if you're like, hey, let's watch with Trisha. I have a stopwatch or a timer now, so we have timestamps on the screen. We clearly upgraded. There's always late with the information for Vegas. I don't remember it being this late though.
No, not this late.
And like, you know, I don't know why these states being so quiet. They are being quiet. What's going on? Hey Omar, what's good? We are talking a little bit of biopic, Hill Los Angeles, The Wiz. And if you guys want to talk about something, throw it in the chat. Let us know. I would do an open panel to jump in. However, this is also Jen's live, so we're not going to have any guests jump on today. But if it's ever my channel exclusively, we might have an opportunity where you guys can jump on for 10 minutes, jump off. But when it's a shared live, we don't, we can't predict what you guys are going to say or do. So I don't want to mess up Jen's live, even though most of you guys are good with this, better sorry. Well, Bricks, what's up?
Hey.
So, okay, Jay, I'm going to do your comment because that was biopic. Yeah, everyone got biopic questions. Ooh.
We do too.
All right, so we're going to start getting into the presentation so we can get to we're not going to Andor you with a slow burn. Let me just get this back up. Oops. Just when I thought I got used to this new setup. So the intro you saw is from a guy named John Campia. So he's really specializes in like movies. And of course, the Michael biopic keeps coming up on his show. And I love him because he's the reasons why I know what's going on with Star Wars or Michael or whatever's going on. And so it never fails. I'll be minding my own business. John says something and I just go, thank you. You gave me my intro for whatever I need. So even today, he gave me my clip. I canceled, for those who are following me for Star Wars, I did cancel today's live because the eye is a little strained and it's hard for me to really see without like getting a weird headache. So I said, so I have to do this. Long story short, we'll be on Monday, but I really wanted to come here because I haven't been with you guys for a month. At least Trish, y'all seen me a gazillion times already. So I say all that, he helped me give my intro for Monday's live that's coming because he always says what I need to hear. And I go, what did he just say? And I just record it. So for those who will be attending King of Popcorn, these are our 2 dates, June 21st, August 31st. June is on a Saturday, 21st, and August 31st on a Sunday. It's to accommodate anybody that might be in Vegas for Michael's birthday. Whether there's announcements or not, that Michael's, there's a big Michael gathering August 29th in Vegas, no matter what. So I'm hoping them being quieter this year is because we're going to have something really special happen. At least that's my optimistic side. But last year there wasn't no big event really, and the fans still took over and still made the best of it. Tori was there, Jim was there, the regulars were there. So we'll keep you posted once they announce the birthday announcement. But if you want, you can buy your tickets now for the King of Popcorn regardless. That's pretty much the kickoff of Michael Jackson week for June 20, well, technically it's June 20th for Michael Jackson week. It's a long week celebration of Michael's legacy when he was transitioning to the other side. And so it's a beautiful thing to experience. Jen and I have gone out there several times for June 21st week. It is unbelievable. It's outpouring of love, and no one has shown love in the United States greater than California, pretty much from day one. So even though Gary, New York, There's other parts, Philly, that show love to Michael. I've always said it. California is still top tier for Michael Jackson experiences. So if you want, you can go there, go to the Beta Cafe, get that Hill Los Angeles drink. You can go down to what's the place with the burger, the Danish burger, Hard Rock Cafe.
Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood.
Best burger I've ever had in my life. And I'm comparing that to Bear Burgers. If anybody had a Bear Burger, vegan or non-vegan, I'm telling you, the Danish burger kind of gives a good punch. We've done Neverland. There's just so many things. And of course, if you have the money to donate the $700, then you're going to want to put King of Popcorn for June 21st. And, the gates are open. We've never had 2 King of Popcorns the same. So right now, I personally don't know if I'm going to 1 King of Popcorn, both or none. That's yet to be determined. But no matter what, you're going to have a good time, no matter who is or isn't there. John, the president of the foundation, is very, very warm and accommodating. Sometimes you see Prince there. You just never know who's going to pop up. We had a proposal there once. Someone, beautiful. Just like you just never know. Soli's usually there. It's just amazing group of people. Will, the photographer's there. Mm-hmm. So it's just fun will be had. I personally just don't know what's my plans this year. I'm just still trying to figure a lot of stuff out. But buy your tickets regardless. So
yeah, definitely.
If you don't have it, disregard what I just said. But I don't have pictures, but I did want to get into this. So I'll let you go first. So I'll talk about my experience. You can talk about yours, and then we can talk about what we thought that could have been done to make it a little bit more special. So you go first, Jen.
I was super stoked that they even thought about this and they even released this in the movies. It was so unexpected for me. I wasn't planning on any of this ever happening. I never thought I would see the Wiz on the big screen. So I just saw like a tweet about it. And I'm like, wait, what? Is this real? I thought it was a spoof. But oh my goodness, I went with my sister. And I can't believe that I'm kind of like on the younger side, so I didn't get to see this in the movies when it first released or anything like that, but I've always been a big fan. I'm not a fan of The Wizard of Oz, but of The Wiz, especially because of Michael. But to see this movie on the big screen, it was a whole experience. And the crowd here in Atlanta was amazing. They were singing along. It was kind of like a fan event in the movies. We didn't know each other, but we were talking about our experience. And what they did with the quality, top notch. Like, I loved it. I wish it would have been longer because I would have gone to seen this movie at the theaters like a couple times. So they did well. I mean, I hope they do it again. I don't know what they would do, but I'll leave that for the next part. But what I hope happens for the next release.
So my experience was good / interesting. So I went 3 or 4 days earlier than most people because out of nowhere, New York opened up some shows like on Thursday. And so I went to the AMC in 42nd Street. And when we went into the theater was so small. I was like, is this somebody's family member renting out the movie for us? Because it was like that small. I was like, I didn't even know movie theaters were that little. So I was like, oh, okay, strike one. And then I was like, there was no poster. So I was like, why is there no poster? Like, strike two. So then I see the quality and I was like, oh, whoa, this is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Now, even though I'm a 70s baby, I'm still young when this movie came out. Not a baby, but not like my mom taking me to the movie theater. It's like wasting money. But I never got to see it on a screen of this level. I have seen it on screen though. And there was The Wiz. I have to look at like my stuff, but it was basically like something we paid for like maybe 3 years ago or 2 years ago, which was nice, but it wasn't like 4K new quality. Mm-hmm. So I have done the theater experience per se, but not to this level. I think once I saw the video, I was like, all right, I'll deal with the screen. It's small. I mean, I was like, it was like a whole, you know, when someone has a theater in the house, I was like, damn, this thing is little.
Yeah.
It was little. I'm like,
Wow.
what? And then of course it wasn't a lot of people there because I don't know if because it was a Thursday, like, because the show came out of nowhere. But it was really, really, really cool. Like, I was gonna go back and see it again, but then I was like, nah, you know, because I'll be honest, I was hoping the Wiz was gonna show with Hill Los Angeles. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I'll just wait. So, in that sense, I'm glad I saw it. So I think that's the part where Jim was about to say, well, what would you have liked to have happened to enhance it even more?
Merch. I was hoping like a shirt, a poster, like a pin, like a celebration pin. I don't know. Just so I hope that in the future they release this again, because I would love to see it again with merch, with like a pin or a bucket or something. And they kind of show like behind the scenes, footage that can be like an extra that they can add.
Exactly. Like the part that shocked me, like to the core, is that this was not shown in Harlem. The movie takes place in Harlem.
Yeah.
Diana Ross lived in Harlem. So at least the character. So I was like, why is this not at 125th Street AMC?
Wow.
And I think if there was the issue getting the seats filled, what I would have done is release special popcorn buckets and the special poster to get the seats filled. Because then I'm like, if you're doing something like that, we're gonna make sure we're there.
Yeah.
But like you didn't do any, like, let's say, like, let's start with the positive. Like Jen said, this is great that it came on the theater. Absolutely. That was beautiful that you did that. But when it comes to not even Michael's, the Jackson family legacy, please put a little bit of extra, you know, hot sauce, like he puts hot sauce on the popcorn to let people know why it's back. So maybe Harlem ought to did just for Sunday, the 18th. But you know, and maybe a couple of shows here and there. But I was like, could you imagine if they did it in Harlem? They had the buckets, they had the posters.
Yeah.
You know, we all dressed up. I'm going to be seeing green. You know, everybody got the colors on. Wouldn't be caught dead. Red, like red. It would have been a thing, and it would have been nice if the estate was behind it, because you didn't give us a biopic.
Yeah.
So, especially in the world of popcorn buckets, they're going to sell no matter what. So it's just like, you know, me, I'm a popcorn bucket collector. So I was like, bro, you know, I'm going to support regardless. It's Michael freaking Jackson. But I wanted it to be like a thing. And I'm like, New York, out of all states, should have been the state to show up. It took place in Harlem.
Right. I would have traveled for it to New York.
Of course.
But they also didn't promote it that much. All I saw promotion-wise was a tweet or two.
Or a TikTok. TikTokers did a better job.
You saw it on TikTok?
Not professionally, but I'm saying like the ones who got the word out were TikTokers. Okay. I was like, huh? So again, no biopic. We got y'all, like you said, t-shirts, especially with this print. If you did t-shirts, popcorn buckets with a free movie poster, say less. People are going to go to Harlem. They're going to show up. And then knowing us, because you know how we do, let's go in front of the Apollo, start dancing.
There you go. Yes.
You know how we roll.
Yeah.
So it was like, what a missed opportunity. But you know what? You could do it again. And if you're not going to do it again, can you please give the Hill Los Angeles permission to show it so we could just see it over there?
There you go.
There you go. Because I was like, what? Like, okay, A- for putting on a screen, but C- for enhancing it.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you, but where's the hot sauce?
Right. And I would have wished they really would have promoted this, because I think a lot of people would have seen it more. So there was 2 screening of it. I think one was in the afternoon, one was in the evening. The evening one was actually sold out here.
Oh, great.
So, and then in the afternoon, it wasn't really sold out, but there was quite a few people, and I'm saying like everybody was so into it and so hyped. They were coming out the movie theater singing. He's on down the road, like on the hallways and singing in the bathroom. I'm like, and these were like, fellow moonwalkers, but they were like talking about the experience. Like, do you guys remember when we saw this movie and we were trying to do Ease on Down the Road on the streets? And I'm like, yeah. But everybody enjoyed it. And I am sure if it would have been really promoted with like a few months back, I promise you it would have probably been.
It would have been popping for sure.
Yes.
Because I was just like, just the upgrade made it worth it. I was like, and then I know, like I've always said, like the more I see that, the more I realize, like Michael put his heart in that role. I was like, really feeling it. I'm like, so, we, again, we thank you for doing this. However, it's Michael Jackson. If you could just put a little extra love into it, and the fans will do the rest. Like. I know MJ Fangirl had me cracking up when you see her easing down the road in her TikTok. I saw yours. I saw a lot of. That's another thing I love that the community posted when they went. That part I love, because then it's like if you didn't know, at least other people were posting it is out. That's so important. I know it takes a little effort to make a little reel or post, but that's how the word gets out, word of mouth, stuff like that. So. We thank everyone that did it, because it's just like it's just keeping Michael's legacy alive. And I know lady said she didn't have time to see it. Right? But yeah, because there was a small window to see it, very small window. So that was another missed opportunity too. Movie theaters in general are slow, slow compared to how it used to be 5-10 years ago.
Yes.
I wish it just stayed in the theaters a little longer. It's not like it was a lot of competition, no shade, but it just wasn't. So
they could have. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
They could also release some Funko Pops. Imagine like the Wiz Funko Pops. Oh my God. I love Funko Pops, y'all. Like if y'all see my channel, I love my Funko Pops.
And if you want to make it take it a little bit further, the Funko Pops are sold exclusively at the movie theaters, like they do for other things. Like I go to the Regal, I saw Funko Pops right there. This is how you get people. Oh, you want that Funko Pop? Go to the movie theater. Go check it out. Because I was like, a lot of people will say, "Oh, I have it at home," but I'm like, it's not about for me and Jen saw Revenge of the Sith in the theater. It's about everyone just coming together, just peacocking and showing their love for their fandom. So I don't know. The time span was small and nothing was really average. I mean, not even a poster. And I think each and every one of us had that one thing in common. There was no poster at all. I was like, oh, shade. Shade.
And not only posters to give away, they weren't even like
real poster,
promoting.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing.
Which didn't make sense. I love the graphic. It's something new. Well, refreshed. Just clearly the same thing, but better. Not better, but different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw the Wiz on the big screen for the first time. My experience was amazing, and I love it so much. I was singing to the songs. Michael did amazing. Yes, he did.
So cute.
Yeah, so that Vindication Day is coming up. I think Tori or even Jim might be doing something for that. We'll get back to you. I know for sure Tori usually does something. Tori, we miss you. But definitely we'll keep you posted. I don't even have plan like sometimes we have a calendar of what we're going to do for the month. I don't have any plans for this channel yet. I know I want to do the Janet Jackson challenge that Tori had started for us. But lives, I don't know. Like I know June 25th, maybe me, Tori, and maybe Jen can do a 3-person live and split it out. I don't know. We'll get back to y'all. Because one, I don't know who's going to be in California, who's not. That's the number one issue too. We don't know where we're going to be. That's why we don't have any plans yet. So keep it posted. Do you remember the Wiz live when it came out in 2020? 15. The movie or the actual play? I know in New York the play was here like a year ago. I don't know about 2015.
I know they did like a TV special too for
Oh,
the
okay.
Wiz. So,
So,
but I didn't see it.
yeah, I regret not seeing the Broadway play. I didn't know it was going. I didn't know that was a short-lived thing. And then I mean, now it's like going across the United States, but it'd be stupid to go across the United States when it was in New York. I was like, really? I'm not financially in a position to be going anywhere past New York yet.
Yet, exactly. Yet, soon. Gotta manifest it.
Oh, what came from? Wait, Joe, what did I miss? FY, there's no big things unless there's a milestone. I didn't know. But there's a milestone for history. Unless you're talking about the Wiz. And that came straight from John Bronca's mouth. You know what? Well, I don't know if we're talking about the birthday plans, but if it is, then there is a milestone. History turns 30. If it comes to the Wiz and it wasn't a milestone, why did you re-release it? You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, there should have been something big on either side.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Hey, what's up, lovely? And what's up, Joey? Woo, 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 woo. I saw your video earlier, Joey, about the biopic. He's like, I don't know if I'm coming back unless it's a real update. Joey, you're lying. You know you're coming back to update. Well, we won't survive without your updates. You better keep us. So you better keep us updated. Are you kidding? Yes, I was upset with the lack of merchandise. Mm-hmm. They could at least have sold a Scarecrow door or maybe an updated Wiz poster. Exactly. Especially since you took the biopic from us. Just saying. Oh, thanks for coming through. Have a good evening as well.
Good night.
Yeah, the Daniels burger is everything. So I had the vegan one, of course, and they had first time I ever had a vegan burger. They had vegan bacon that wasn't from my house, and then it had some other stuff on it. And I just remember being really full because I tried to eat the whole thing, but I couldn't, which is rare because I could eat a lot, but I couldn't eat that burger in one shot. And I just regret not ordering another one. It was so good. I can't wait to go to Cali just to get that burger and that freaking Hill Los Angeles shake from Beat It.
Yes.
With the strawberries. And I try to make this smoothie myself because I know the ingredients, but I couldn't get it right. I said, no, I'm going back. So good. So I love when you go to a restaurant and they can make something that you can't make because then you feel like you get your money's worth. At least I do.
Yeah.
So that was our feedback. Hopefully, if they ever re-release it, or if it comes to Hill Los Angeles King of Popcorn series, we can go all out. But for now, you can buy the updated 4K on Amazon or pre-sell it on Amazon.com. So it's not updated in the description bar yet because I'm still working on the storefront. But I now have an Amazon storefront. It's going to have my Star Wars merch, Jackson merch. Green is the New Lean. I'm going to be back there in like literally a week. All the food in my pantry. So whatever you resonate with, whether it's organizing your home, there'll be little vignettes, like for example, like the picture of me is dressed as Ahsoka. That's all my Star Wars stuff once you press the picture. So Michael Jackson will be something similar. So you don't have to search far. I'll make sure it's very organized. But it's a way, if you buy anything from that storefront, I get a small kickback. It really does keep the lights on, literally. So, whatever channel you're on, just be like, oh, I want to see some Funkos. Let me get it through Trish's link. I'm saying thank you in advance because I really need some financial support. It will cost you nothing extra to buy from the links. It just lets Amazon know that you got the recommendation from here. So that will be updated tomorrow. If you want to see the storefront link now, you would have to go under Gadget Trish and just watch any of the lives with me and Tori. I think that's when I started the store. It was like a week or two ago. But I'm working very, very, very hard to get like a well curated store. So I appreciate in advance for anyone who could support in that way. So now it's time for the rumors.
Ooh.
So for the most part, they have been giving us a nothing burger this entire time. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So Jen or chat, what exactly do you guys know what is fact and what is fiction? Did they confirm the two biopics or dates yet, or is that still a rumor?
Rumor had it.
Oh, hey. So basically all this stuff has been nothing still.
Yeah, nothing, like you said. The split hasn't been confirmed. Timing hasn't been confirmed. October 3rd date, release date, still there.
Okay.
There's been rumors that they're doing like reshoots and they're starting to pick up to film on June, but that's still a rumor. So no real news or poster or teaser. Nothing.
And according to John Campia in the video clip that opened up the show, reshoots are starting pretty much next, like this month, because it's going to be June, like in 30 minutes. So I was like, oh, but it's funny they have said nothing.
Nothing. Or what's getting reshot.
Hey, how you doing, love? According to the other film people I follow, that pretty much it might be a completely different movie altogether. So I don't know. I'm sure they're going to try to salvage what they can. But who knows?
Oh man,
it's gotten vicious.
Hey.
Yeah, I agree, John. Another delay.
Yeah,
I don't mind a delay if it results in the best biopic ever. If Michael Jackson's legacy is taken to another notch, I don't even care if it's 2 parts. I prefer it to be one, but if you're going to do 2 parts, make it good. Like make it make sense. But I'm like, I'm hearing a lot of stuff, but I'm not seeing proof that if any of these things are true or not. But I do believe, though, that the rumors that we're hearing do have some sprinkle of truth, you know?
Yeah. Oh, there's something definitely going down. But I mean, it'd be nice to know a little bit. Like, I know they had to be secretive and the mystery alive and all that, but just something. I don't know what they can say, but at least an idea like, yes, a split's happening, or it's going to be 4 hours long.
Which still would be short because Michael Jackson life is so full. You could do 4 hours just on the years of him being the Jackson 5/Jacksons. Like that, it's a complicated biopic. I mean, now that certain things can't be spoken about allegedly, what else are they going to focus? I mean, because the whole point would be, at least for me, to see the biopic and learn something that I didn't know before. Like MJ the musical, there's some things in there. I was like, I remember I saw it with Melanie the first time. I said, "Is this true?" And then she said, either she said it was loosely based or enhanced for Broadway. But at least there was some truth in that. Now I just like, wait, what? Like, so I kind of want that, like, wait, what? When I see this as well.
Me too. I mean, especially since we're so kind of involved in the MJ world. Not saying that I personally don't have any insight, with the family or anything like that, but being a fan for so long, studying Michael, studying his life, doing research, we know kind of a lot. And there's some things that we kind of found out during our research that's like, oh wow, this, oh wow, that. Especially like if when we were watching the lives in March, we learned a lot of personal stuff and things like that. I want to learn. I'm a Michael Jackson fan. Like, I get it that you have to please the new fans or be appealing to the new fans, but also feed the fans that have been here for a good minute.
Exactly. The only thing I can think of is they're just working on reshooting and things privately so they can get a better gauge to when they'll definitely have a date. I feel like beside the biopic, I think the movie industry in general, like, is struggling with getting people in the seats. And they know there's money out there because, you know, Minecraft's made a gazillion dollars. What else was successful? Oh, Revenge of the Sith re-release. So people are willing to spend the money, but they're not willing to waste their time.
Yes.
So you have to make sure it's on point.
Yeah.
But John Campea thinks, and I agree, this is going to be a $1 billion movie minimum. We just gotta hope it's great, not good. I'm looking for greatness, and I'm sure that expectation is another reason why we're not hearing anything. You know, because it's like it's Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson has set a very high bar of a lot. So I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I missed a lot of comments. Let me get.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Give us 1 second, Joey. Because I mean, this, you know, Joey is literally a biopic expert. He has some of the most biopic YouTubes I've ever seen, ever. Because that's what's like, Joey, like, you better have updates. I'm not playing with you. Oh, it has been confirmed. Okay.
By, if I may ask.
Huh? Oh,
By
yeah.
if I may
lovely. Can you, if you have, do you know the source of whatchamacallit, the confirmation? Because I'm like, that was the problem when I was doing the research for this live. I said, I can't find concrete anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what made me just say, you know what, Jen, we'll just do light slides and we'll just chat. Because I don't want to like spread information that may not be correct. But I'm anxious because I was just like, I feel like it changed the Michael Jackson excitement for this year once we found out the biopic may not be happening, you know, because we went from, oh no, I'm kind of glad because I ain't got no money right now, but we went from what outfits are we going to wear, what city are we going to fly out to like, oh.
No, I think like everybody was so hyped and they were okay with it moving to October. But now with the rumors trickling down, it's just like, and then we were hoping to get at least a teaser trailer during the Super Bowl and just nothing. And then no poster and then no like leaked stuff. So it's just like, okay, is it happening? Is it not happening?
What are we doing? Right.
Yeah.
I personally think it's not happening this year. I also think it's going to be 2 parts.
I personally don't think it's happening this year. Period. I don't think it's happening. But
that's funny. Does the Nothing Burger wasting my time fries? I'm done.
I was gonna try to start it, but I couldn't start that comment. I loved it.
That's something that I wish with the duels that I wish. Hi, StreamYard. I pay a lot of money for this every year. Can y'all make it so that my guests could at least star comments? And honestly, I wish they had stars for, like, if you have your own thing, I know it's yours, your comments you want to highlight. But yeah, please. Hey, Sarita. Steve, they are saying the first part of the movie ends with MJ leaving Jackson 5. I heard that. I did hear that for sure. Any news on Taj's project? No. Because even that would be good to come out this year.
Yeah.
Not in place of the biopic, but that would be good to clear up in the air for anybody who wasn't part of our March with Michael series. You know, that would be nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna pause on the comments because Joey Fantastic is in the building. Our biopic specialist, Joey.
Oh boy.
Joy.
Oh boy. Hey guys, it's been a very long time.
Yeah.
I haven't been on these in a very long time. A lot of things have been going on in life, so I'm just really. I mean, but hey, I still am keeping up with stuff. I mean, I'm being sent things, so that's why I know stuff, and this is one of the only thing things that are keeping me going is getting all the news with the movie. So yeah, I read about the whole Jackson 5 thing. It's I don't I'm kind of mixed on how that sounds, because I visioned the first part being more about like the star, and then the second part being about the human.
Ooh.
So I don't
Nice.
really like the sound of that, even though I haven't seen the movie yet, so I have no right to say that. But uh, I mean, at the same time, not everyone has seen American Dream, so but if you haven't seen American Dream, you should watch that before Biopic. But where's the source that's ending with the J5? There, I don't recall. They said THR reported about the 22-day shoot. That was another thing that I covered. Hollywood Reporter. Yeah, the Hollywood Reporter. Yep. According to the report, the second movie script still needs to be approved.
Oh.
Part
Whoa, really?
Yeah, so it's a lot going on. I'm just saying that. I mean, this is a film after all, so it's gonna be right here. So, hey, Lovely's comment says Michael is prepping for a bulky 22-day set on additional photography to be held in June. I guess I'm aware of. Additional. This is not reshoots. This is additional stuff. So they're adding things. They have an hour-long worth of performances. Oh, thank you, Junior. Thank you for telling me this, because I also heard that I don't know the specific source, but I also heard something about an hour and 30 minutes of the film is dedicated to performances. So of Jafar singing and dancing and all that stuff. This is from what I heard.
Okay, that makes sense because they did some performances and music in Bohemian Rhapsody.
They're gonna have a lot of that. So you're gonna have obviously you're gonna have Motown 25. You're gonna have the Ed Sullivan Show. You're gonna have all the very important things intact. So I think performances and of course information is going to be important, but what's really going to draw people into watching it? The impersonation, I mean, it's more than just an impersonation. He's embodying him because he has Jackson blood. So of course, that's what's going to draw people into watching this. They want to see, damn, like he can do that, right? Damn, like shit. And when we've already seen that leaked video 2 years ago, right? Oh, about him doing Man in the Mirror. That was like almost 2 years ago, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, what am I watching?
I like your idea though of focusing on part one of Michael Jackson the Star.
Yeah, that was
that would be really
well. I mean, a friend of mine actually came up with that idea.
But it does make sense because you're right. Like, if you haven't seen the American Dream, please watch it, and then we can bypass Jackson 5 stuff. No shade.
They're gonna talk about it, and I'm not saying they shouldn't talk about the J5. I'm just saying I thought this was gonna be a whole because like J5, but Jafar and Biasma, of course. I don't know. I find it interesting, but if this is the case, I see it as if they're remaking certain things, but adding more contextual stuff. I don't know what they're trying to. I think they're going to, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do this, where they make the bad era like a montage type moment. Like I don't know if they're gonna dwell into that. Because if you really think about it, majority of that era was just short films and promotion and my tour. That was like wow. So I don't know how they're gonna throw kind of like how they did in the Elvis movie where there was a lot of like montage stuff in there. I mean a lot of biopics do that. So I'm not gonna be surprised. I mean Graham King with Bohemian Rhapsody. There's gonna be a lot of things you'd be like, I remember that. Like how they not like when it comes to like the cinematography aspect. Another thing is obviously with the October 3rd is not happening. We're just gonna spill it out there. It's not happening, and
Stop crying now, everybody.
there's no way that it's gonna, and I'm just kind of facing the facts. I mean, look, there's so many Avengers films have been delayed. GTA 6 is delayed. If you're in a video game, GTA 6 got delayed. My only thing is, I just need more communication. That's the only thing that I like. I scrolling through sources, it's kind of annoying. I mean, Lionsgate reps are confirming a lot of this stuff, so it's great, but I need like a post, like word, put it in a post, like, so we can get more people, like, because now it's like a lot are confused. I'm sorry. Now I'm reading some of these comments. They say that in place they're going to show a documentary of the history tour. That was on their online. The online team, and I was like, why are you sending this only to the online people who are subscribed? Shouldn't you be doing this to everybody? Like, what in the world? What? And I'm like, sure, yes, you click on a subscribe thing on your site and go, bam, you get all the updates, which is not even that frequent, by the way. You could literally just put in, yes, history tour day. That made me do a whole video. All this information that I'm spreading, half that people aren't even making videos about this stuff. I mean, you got other people doing hour-long videos, which I don't do. I should do that. You do have people putting out 1 hour videos, which is amazing. That's cool. You're putting information out there. Any update, major update, and they're like small things, but I'm like, no, it's not worth doing a video about that. But I'm like, you should literally tell people about this stuff. The Dangers at History Tour documentary. When's that happening? When? We don't know. 2035? I don't know.
It should have happened a long time ago.
It happened a long time ago. I hate to sound like an idiot, but Thriller 40 was not good at all. So I think if you were to impress me as a fan, which it's not even, and I hate to sound stupid, but there's nothing drawing me right now. Nothing. It's not interesting anymore. Like the biopic's coming, but I can wait for that. That's fine.
No, but I kind of agree with, and I think that's why I'm personally so quiet, because I felt like once the biopic kind of fell apart, and then I noticed the estates being quiet, and I just everything just got quiet, and I'm just like, well, then I'll be quiet too.
Yeah, that's why I'm listening to like other things right now. I mean, I'm focused. That's why my motivation's been so low for this.
No, I think you're not alone. Like, except for
Nothing's
Jennifer,
happening.
who has her station head, her moonwalking station head. Everyone has been relatively quiet.
Yeah, like nothing's. It's so dry right now. And
so when I saw your post today, I'm like, somebody posted thing. I mean, shout out to MJ Fangirl. MJ Fangirl has been posting.
Oh, she's been doing.
I'm so sorry, that's my homie. MJ Fangirl, yes, has been posting, but majority, I know Jen and Tori has done some Janet Jackson content recently, and Honey Martina from Italy
right now, yeah.
But that's Janet counts because we love the Jackson family. But going back to what Joey said, Michael wise, we're all just like, huh?
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of. I mean, I feel like Janet got more things going on. Michael.
Oh, Janet got
president right now. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
And she added more dates.
Yeah, she added like 8 more, right?
I didn't see how many, but she added quite a few in
but she did add
September.
more. I'm aware. I think it's October. I think, right?
No,
September.
September.
Okay. I have to look. But yeah, I know she. Avengers. Yeah. The both Avengers movies got delayed. Yep. I was like,
Thank God. Listen,
no.
Listen. I loved Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And honestly, Thunderbolts is so good. I realized I think I need therapy. That's how deep Thunderbolts was. And I did like Captain America, but I also understand the people who don't. I think I know this got to do with Michael Jackson, but the thing with Captain America, I think the issue was that they just put him there, right? So whether he was black, white, Asian, whatever, you just put him in the position of Captain America. My opinion that you should have kept him the Falcon, period, and let Captain America just not. I think it would have done better if they just let him be his character, period. Right. But I love Captain America. Just throw it out there. But I also understand why people don't like him. Because I know there's some Marvel heads in here, so we're not going to have a debate over that. But is it possible that the Michael Jackson biopic movie could be delayed? No, come on. Now you're doing too much, Tyler. Where do you live, Tyler? Because now
whoa.
Now you're trying to cause a riot,
That's
Tyler.
A stretch right there, pal.
I'll do.
Listen.
What's your cutoff year? My cutoff year is 2027.
He asked me a lot of questions on my channel, so expect him to ask you a lot of questions here.
I said 2028.
He's asking some stuff that, I'm like,
some of us will be married with children. Like, no.
2028 would be interesting, but I mean, they said fiscal. What they said? 2020, 27 slot. But 26 things are really confusing. But I'm fully confident that we're gonna get a 2029. 2029 ain't no. We will. I don't know.
So, are you kidding me? If it's turned out to be 2029, me, you, and Jen and Tori are going to have a whole different. Our content's going to change, and it's not going to be good content. It's going to be like going off. Like, are you kidding me? I think my max is 2027.
My plan was that if it was coming out in October 25, then I would be seeing it at I would not be in New York. So and I'm here to make a kind of an off-topic announcement, but I am doing the Disney College program.
I saw
and
yes, congratulations.
So I'm very excited about that. Really excited about that. But the plan was I was gonna see it on my program. I would have saw maybe local theater somewhere, and that would have been cool. But yeah.
So here's my question: do you have to go to California or Florida?
Florida.
Oh, nice! My backyard.
But you always had like a passion for the Disney franchise, so new doors will be opened, and I have to sub to your new channel to get that content. But
the theme park. So yeah, I'm also gonna be heading to Epic Universe as well. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, that's what's up. Everybody's showing congrats. By the way, everybody's very happy you're here. Somebody's like, Joey's the king, or somebody said something really cool, and I was like, yeah. And we know Joey from MJ Fangirl, so thank you for like doing those collabs with her, because that was a smart move. Yeah.
We need to do one again. It's been a very long time.
I know. Trying to get MJ Fangirl on these lives is a little harder, but I will text her and ask her, maybe we can do something special for maybe June, because it's a lot of nothing burger going on. So we need to create.
I want to try and do something with Fangirl again. It's been a while. I miss her a lot. She's great.
I wonder if she can get you in the game together. It was like a nice little cluster, and I'm like, what happened? Only Joey made it. I mean, Miranda the Moonwalker is a teacher, so I can understand why she got quiet. Yeah. But what happened to what's the guy with the dreads?
MJ Buzz.
Yeah, where did he go?
So from what I know, he's a dad, um, and I don't know what's going on with his YouTube, but he seems to just be living life. It seems. I don't think he's doing any more content, but he is still on his Instagram. I mean, I actually went live. I think last year. I think before my MJ page got disabled, right? And I saw him again. I was like, this is bringing back a lot of memories. I was like, what the fuck, MJ Foz? Yeah. So
Yeah, sometimes life gets in the way, but I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to be the wise auntie in the group right now. Shit's always going to happen. I hate to curse on my channel, but that's no other way to say it.
Yeah.
Stuff always happens.
Yeah, a lot of people I know have gone quiet and I'm not going to lie. I understand. I mean,
I 100% understand. But this is one thing I want to tell you. If your dream is, to do a YouTube channel, right? To keep it on this track, you're going to have, like, if you're a parent and stuff, learn to adapt. In my case, I lost my parents. I had to learn how to adapt. My eyes messed up. I had to learn how to adapt. So you just got to learn. I'm just going to tell you right now, you have to push through adversity to be able to, like, make a breakthrough. And even though I'm not financially successful, I am so happy that I'm doing this. This is a creative outlet to me. I have a really crappy job, but I have this, and this really makes me happy. So I know we all want to do it for money and maybe for fame or both. But at the end of the day, if this makes you happy, you won, right? Life is so boring and so challenging sometimes. You need this as an escape. I get it. We all want to make money from it. I think I made $5.50 on this channel this month. I'm still going, and I've been doing it the longest. It's not about money. It's about having an outlet to be honest. It is about money too, but
I agree. And I feel that this goes for a lot of things. I mean, I'm mainly on TikTok doing a theme park Disney page, and I've been getting a lot of follows from that. I do have somewhat of an audience on there, so that's really my main focus right now, and that's really making me like that. Like now that I'm gonna be going over there, and I'm eventually gonna be seeing these people in person, like that makes my day. And I was gonna be a performer over there, but I did not get the offer. But the audition was great. I mean, I made it to round 2, and but I didn't make it to round 3, and I didn't get an offer. But they don't need me right now, so that's not. I'm gonna take it like that. They're very specific on what they want. So it's but we just do it again, and like you said, I mean, we just gotta keep pushing. I mean, if things are gonna be slipping up, of course, but I come back to this. I will admit, like, I'm not as passionate as I used to, but I come back every so often and catch up with people. And some people I come on live, I'm like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. We kind of make memories a little bit. So that's cool and all, really.
No, I mean, I think that the thing about YouTube, at least like what I experienced, sometimes you burn out, and sometimes you go through these moments like, what is this even for? Like, am I wasting my time? And that happens to all of us. But just pivot, like I don't mind sharing some things with you guys, like shorts help the channel grow. So you don't have to do long forms anymore, and lives do help build community. So it's not like back in the days where you had to do videos. If your videos are not helping somebody with information, you don't have to like make it harder than it has to be. I mean, Joey, you're doing everything right. You have a huge following. You're doing the lives. You're working around your school. You finding a way. I remember one time you were doing a live on your campus, and I'm like, that's what it's about. That's exactly what it's about. You're like, I know I'm busy, but maybe in between classes, we just want to press a live. So it's just like Jen. I know Jen has done stuff. You know, her camera was
Yeah,
off.
I
You
mean,
know, we won't just go
I
with
did that one
Jim
time,
West, but you
and
know,
I was
we
like,
find a way.
yeah.
We find a way.
I remember I did a stream. It was just a regular biopic stream, right? And I was like, how did I get almost 100 people on this? Like, no, I was like, where are y'all coming from? And and whenever I was doing them, I would get like 3 or 4 new subscribers from it. And I was like, well,
Nice.
that's crazy. Like, all because I put Michael Jackson on the title. God.
So it's you know, do the best you can when you can do it. You know, I have 4 channels. All my channels do not get the same content. Some get live, some get shorts, some get videos.
Yeah, shorts have definitely helped.
Oh, shorts are if you're really like
Way to
pressed
go.
on time, just do a short. If
Oh my
you're
God,
really pressed on
I
time.
literally do that. Like I'll take my Disney TikTok for example. If I don't feel like doing content at the current moment, I have so many footage from previous trips. I just put it on TikTok and it'll get a good 100 something views and it'll be good. You know, so and TikTok is the algorithm on TikTok is phenomenal. It is it's better than here. It's better than YouTube.
No, TikTok doesn't like me at all. I'm telling you, it doesn't. YouTube loves me. TikTok and Instagram's in the middle.
YouTube is really good depending on what you do. TikTok's the same way. I feel like I've gotten more luckier on TikTok. Like when it comes to like doing a video, like a short, but YouTube, depending on what you post, it can get a lot of traction. But for shorts, I meant mainly. But no, with TikTok, I also have studied that I sort of know what content to make that will get a certain reach. Like on my Disney page, I do dancing videos on there. So and I've gotten pretty like there was a video I did on I was reciting a show it's called Phantasmic.
Ooh, I love Phantasmic.
So Phantasmic has the dance that Mickey does at the beginning. And I did it. And the video, yep.
I know.
And and so the video got like 30,000 likes. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
What?
So I go in the video. I open it up and I'm like getting comments and people are asking, "Are you Mickey? Like, are you Mickey? Like, are you friends with Mickey?
Yes.
Like what? What's going on?" And I'm like, and I'm telling people, and then they were actually, I got comments from cast members, and I'm like, cast members are commenting on the video. They're asking me what my height is, and I'm like, dude, me and Mickey can't work together, okay? Like we're not a good pair. But hey, he'll be my boss, but I'm not gonna I can't work with him. So yeah.
Do you know what if you're friends with Mickey means?
Basically, it's the integrity of saying because like I can't. This is like everybody on this chat and they have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna tell you guys now. So. Character integrity is very, very important. It is the like right here. So I would never, ever, unless if I told somebody like, oh, I played Mickey, or I would performed as Mickey. That's just it doesn't sound good, especially because when you're in there, because like we know what's happening, like we know it all, but like it's all about we're in that zone. Like we're not like we're in that zone. We're trying to preserve the magic, and so instead, I would say like, okay, I like saying I worked with Mickey or like I worked with Pluto. Like Pluto, like I want to like Pluto is like my guy. Like I want to like me and Pluto we go so well together. And he's my height. Pluto's a 5'6".
Okay.
So it's like, okay, you know, that'd be cool. So yeah, it's just a way to kind of like, especially when you're gonna have a lot of kids thinking that these characters are real, you know, and one more thing before we get back into the biopic stuff, because I know a lot of people probably want that to be spoken about again. The best excuse, and they've said this for years, where if somebody asks you, why doesn't Mickey talk, you always tell them he's trying to save his voice for the shows.
I'm done.
Oh,
He's got a lot. Yeah, he's a busy man. Like he's got to save his voice.
nice. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that
Anyway,
one.
I have no idea how long they've said this for. They've said it for a while now, and I was like, even when I was a kid, they were saying this.
Wow.
So I have no idea what they're if they're going to change it. But yeah, back to the. I'm kind of getting backtracked here.
So I'm gonna try to find some biopic questions, and then you guys can jump in it and answer it. I did see the Andor stuff. We'll come back to the Andor stuff towards the end. Nice. It's nice to know there's some Star Wars fans in here. Oh man. Of course, even though I started, a lot of it isn't biopic. Oh, here we go.
It probably will. I'm just saying.
Okay, so you think it's going to be? You know what though? I've never either I didn't see your video or you never spoke about it. How do you feel about it being a possible two-parter?
How do I feel about it being a two-parter? I mean, I would like it to be two parts. I just think for one movie that's too much. It's gonna feel rushed if you were to do, even if it's 3 hours. There's gonna be somebody complaining about, oh, they left this out, they left that out. You know, there has to be, and if they do run a 3-hour movie, there's gonna have to be precautions. There's gonna have to be things that are like, okay, do we absolutely have to mention this? Like, if they do one, that's if they do one, and the thing is, what is it? We may do 2 parts, or are we going to do 2 parts? So, but that is something that, okay, it is confirmed that they're doing 2 parts, but at the same time. Other things I'm reading, it's still a film. What is it? Are we throwing a wiki here?
Film, but it's a film.
Oh, I love the colors in the back, Jen. You got the alphabet and glove.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Like, she looked up the back. I was like, I see it, Jen. Well, not as well as I would like, but I do see it. So here, I don't know what this means. I think people don't want to admit it, but a part of me feels like the third act rumor is
third
true.
act.
What third act?
I never heard of this. What? Okay, third act. They're gonna be stretching with if they do another one. That's many delays. Yeah, many delays make sense, especially if you're doing a film about Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, I have to admit it. Michael Jackson.
It's hard.
Definitely not the easiest person to make a biopic about. We're just gonna throw it out.
At all.
Especially when they have to avoid talking about certain people because of legal stuff, and but knowing them, they're gonna rewrite it in the best way they can. It's the industry. They're gonna find a way. When you got Graham King and Antoine Fuqua, Emancipation, all these drama films, they're gonna find a way to satisfy the people. And what I also need, and this is something that I would love for them to do, and they will. Don't just attract fans. I'm sorry. Don't just attract fans. You gotta attract the public. You need the general public to know.
I think they'd rather have the public.
They'd rather have the public. Thank you.
I don't think they want to deal with us because they
don't want to deal with especially with the experiences I had. Oh no, they would want to stay far away. So I would say that's, especially if they're going to educate. So in a way, I could understand if they were to end the first part of him leaving the Jackson 5. That's if, because again, I don't think the musical is made for fans either. All these new projects they're trying to do, they're not. These are not made for fans. They're not. But I still do. I still see it. I still do it. I mean, I've seen the musical 3 times. I mean,
that's great.
I actually got a nice little. I saw it again in February. Someone offered me a ticket, so I was like, oh,
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a cool little thing. and I was like, oh my god! And it was front row too. I sat very front. I was like,
Oh wow.
and it was great. Me and Elijah, we had a little moment during the show. I did. It was during Smooth Criminal, and then I'm just, during usually during a Broadway show, I'm not singing along or anything. I don't do that. But I don't know, for something like, especially when famous songs are being thrown in your face, there's gonna be certain. So I'll be like little. I'm mouthing it. I'm not singing it out. But then there was one part. It was during I don't know. So then Elijah's looking at me. He's like, I don't know. And so they were doing this or some of that. And it was like little Mo. I was like, get the fuck out. And it was great. I mean, hey, he was looking at me, bro. That guy was looking at me. I was like, I mean, I've gotten that several times during, like, because I remember going to another show. We got front row, like we were like kind of at the right, orchestra right. It was for The Great Gatsby, and we there were also times where I was like, "Are you looking at me?" Like, damn. New music to be released. There will definitely be a soundtrack. This is like this is something that I will not say no for. Every biopic that has, like, come on. There's going to be a soundtrack. I'm not backing this down. As in regards to new music, maybe kind of have what they did with the Whitney Houston. They're probably going to do it like, I think they're going to escape it. They're going to escape it, meaning they're going to throw in a new arrangement and then throw Michael's voice in there. I also heard the rumored Jafar and Michael duet. This was like about a year back. We read something about that. There was something. No one was talking about this. Now I am actually happy no one's talking about this anymore. Remember Rebirth of Michael? Yeah, that was an actual song Jafar did in 2016. I forgot what the name of the song was, but it was good. But hey, someone definitely called it Rebirth of Michael. I was like, what the
Yeah.
a fan term. I think someone in the AI community probably called it that side of the MJ fans. Man, oh man, they had a whole group right there. Creative, they're creative. I'll tell you that much. June 13th, I'll do that video. Ease on down the road.
I hope they give Jafar his own track on the soundtrack.
I will be so annoyed if they don't. Like, really annoyed.
They need to do that because, a lot of movies I noticed they throw in songs that aren't even in the movie. They'll do this a lot, or they'll throw songs that they put in the credits, or maybe Jafar singing. Oh, but I would like now. I won't be surprised if they do this, and I think fans will not be happy. That they'll probably throw in a song that Michael did, but it'll be Jafar singing it instead.
That's fine.
Yeah,
like I would.
But knowing people, they're gonna be happy, so they want to hear Michael singing it too. I want to hear Michael do it.
Like Jafar doing a cover.
No, a song that Michael. So say. Let me give you a song that Michael did that we don't. Michael McKellar. Right, or what was the other one? I Have This Dream. I'm just saying stuff. So say it was a song that Michael recorded in the 80s, but hey, let's give it Jafar because he's the new generation.
Gotcha. Oh, I wouldn't be happy about that.
No,
I would like that, but I also would be like, okay, I want to hear the Michael's take.
Right.
So, but I don't know why I feel. If they do that, don't please. And then that's the thing. Don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to say I don't know, but I would like a new stuff. But of course, they're gonna be also doing remixes and stuff, which I'm fine with. They gotta do as much as they can to like market it. So of course they're gonna remix a familiar song like Billie Jean, for instance. They're gonna have to abuse Billie Jean. At this point, they need to. Billie Jean is his most popular song. like ever. Like there's no Michael Jackson without Billie Jean. No, absolutely no. You hear that first bit Billie Jean, you'll know what it is. Anyone, even if you're not a fan, you will know what that song is.
So which one you think is bigger, Billie Jean or Thriller?
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
Wow.
Billie freaking Jean.
We still couldn't even get Thriller to number one. How many Thriller challenges did we?
Well, Thriller. I mean, Thriller. The thing is,
Thriller is big though. Like it's epically big, but
Thriller at a time, Halloween is where that song is really at. Everyone's gonna be flash mobs and everything. Did I think the song was gonna get the number one? I would like it, but knowing a lot of the releases and stuff, I knew it wasn't gonna happen. But it would be nice. But a lot of these current artists are gonna be charting, and I was expecting that. But it's Thriller, Halloween anthem. Can't go wrong with it. I saw the King of Pop. What was the King of Popcorn announcements? Did you talk about that yet?
Yeah. Where is it? We didn't have a lot of slides. I can go back real quick.
Oh, the Wiz. Is that still in theaters? The Wiz.
No, we were complaining that it was too short. No real marketing.
Yeah, they were like, because I read something about it, one day only.
Should have been posters. Nothing.
I think it would have been nice if they did that for about, I think a nice month.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a nice. We're sorry about the biopic, but look, guys, we got special the Wiz popcorn buckets. We got a special Funko Pop.
There's a popcorn bucket.
No, there's
we wish.
Oh, okay. I was like,
should probably be on eBay for $100 right now. Like.
No,
not just any popcorn bucket. Make sure it's tin so it preserves better. I'm like, there's some things you need to talk to the fans about and say, hey, we're re-releasing this. What would you do to make it special? Have it in Harlem. Even have like people dressed up like Diana Ross in front of Harlem.
I don't know how they did it with because the Minecraft movie had a whole they when that came out. They had a whole they had like 6 people cosplaying as Steve walk into the theater. That would have been nice.
We had a guy dressed like Darth Vader. We were with him for like an hour, bro. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah, I think the Wiz, the thing, I mean, they were not promoting that enough. I saw something about being one day only, and I was like, that's probably a flat out lie, because it might have been a few days, right? Was it a few days, or was it only one day? Because it was like barely advertised. It's nice that they re-released it. That was a cool idea, but I was like,
yeah,
they promoted Thriller 3D. They promoted Thriller 3D more. They were going crazy with that. I remember they were like, "This is going to be fall before a movie called The House and the Clock of Its Wall."
Yeah.
Jack Black. Speaking of Jack Black, Chicken Jockey. Anyway,
I got my little. My little.
Yeah, let me tell you that movie. Wow, that's all I'm gonna say. The fact that beat Snow White is crazy. I still gotta see Lilo and Stitch.
Let me see that tomorrow.
I'm supposed to see it this week. I'm not sure if I am. I did see Snow White. It was okay, but I felt like between the actress just not looking like she well, you can't say that because you were, because of your program. But we'll just leave all Disney stuff alone because Joey's, I don't want to mess things up for you. But I like the movie, but I felt like it wasn't Snow White. Does that make any sense?
And here's this is something that I have to say. I didn't like there's one song in the movie. I love the song. Waiting on a Wish.
Yeah.
My thing
Waiting
is,
on a Wish.
it sounds like Moana, or what's another? Or it doesn't sound like I'm hearing a Snow White song. It's not. There's no like when I think of Snow White, I think of that like squeaky voice. I think of that. I think of the
Mhm.
original film. I think of that. I don't think of what a lot of these songs are sounding like now. And it's not bad. I'm not saying I hate it. It's just, and Rachel Ziegler, talented.
Very talented.
What is wrong? What is this casting?
So here's my criticism. I like the movie, but
Yeah.
I wish it didn't go under the IP of Snow White. There's nothing wrong with a woman who doesn't want to depend on a man. That's fine. That's great. That's awesome.
Fine.
But it should have been a completely different movie.
Should have
The
been a
message
completely
was
different-
absolutely fine. It was delivered under the wrong IP.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was like it's actually a decent movie,
Yeah.
but I was just like,
these movies are
huh?
flopping. Pinocchio flopped.
You know, some of her
Oh.
feedback I'm not going to get into. My issue was the whole point of watching Disney classics is to be escapism. A lot of us know a lot of this stuff isn't real. We have parents. We're not blind. We see what love really looks like.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, can I just go to the movie and just live in a freaking fantasy
Yes.
for 2 hours?
Best,
Am I asking too much?
Yeah.
best era of Disney films. The best era of Disney films was the Disney Renaissance, which was from 1989 to 1999. That was the best era. You had Little Mermaid, Lion King,
Yeah.
The Beast, Aladdin. They were throwing it every year at us. Some of the best movies they've ever done was during that. Kingvention. How was Kingvention? Did you guys go?
No.
No. Hug no. I can't.
Oh, that's all the way in.
I can't even go past New York. That's like Jersey. That's 13.
I would like if they
No.
did a Kingvention in New York. I would love that.
That would be nice. I'd be
Never
going.
But New York's another pretty popular state, so that'd be nice if they did it. There was some New
So,
York.
so here's the only challenge with New York. Without Melanie here, I'll be honest, you could tell she's not here.
Yeah.
Like they are still running her page, but no one has stepped up and said, hey guys, we're going to go to the Wiz on Sunday. This is the meetup time. That's how things used to be when she was alive. So we still kind of need somebody, and guys, it won't be me, somebody to say, hey, like my job is to tell you who's in charge of it, but no.
I will say, when I went to Brad's seminar in New York, there was like about 40 people. There was quite a bit of people.
I mean, New York, you're going to get some traction, but it's not like where it used to be. And it's just simple little things like someone even posting, hi, this is what's going on. This is when we're all going to meet up. If you want to see with us. You know, I know maybe down the line I might get into that, but right now, life is life, and I just need to keep the lights on and get some stuff out.
Right.
You know, but you know, we're here today. I know Jennifer's tired. I know I'm tired, but I was just like, you know what? It's tough because we got 9 to 5. She's got station head. I got 4 channels. You know, you got school. Now you're going to a new program. It's just
I have 2 jobs right now.
Wow.
Well, my after school job is ending next month, so I'm gonna have the summer job, which started already, and then I'm gonna be volunteering in July. I'm gonna be away in 2 weeks, so I'm going to Texas. And then right now, I mean, I'm probably going to be, I think my summer course starts up this week. So I'm busy. I'm busy. I have a lot going on, and I'm also really focusing on my rival date for Disney. So that's really,
it's very exciting though, because I remember since watching your channel how excited you were just the thought about Disney and stuff. And you know, you even had some cool ideas, you know, with, you know, you can just tell like you're a creative person. So much success to you, much happiness.
Thank you for that.
Like, oh, look, we see Joey grow up in front of us. Shoot, I think Joey's probably one of the youngest YouTubers I follow.
Really?
That I can think of.
Yeah.
I can't even talk. 23.
Yeah. You'd have to be the youngest.
Shit. Oh.
That's
Let me
But
tell
I
you something.
think most YouTubers I follow are like 30 and up.
Speaking of age, I mean, I feel really good that last year I saw Janet and I might see another concert soon. That's who's the Tyler the Creator is coming to MSG, so I'm trying to get tickets for that. But I saw Janet last year and that was really fun. And I felt like I was the only 20-year-old there. I was like, that.
You may have been.
But I like that. I like that because that, and I'm not saying this to sound stupid. I really don't. But I just love that because I was like, yeah, I was raised the right way. I mean, that's crazy how I'm able to, most 20-year-olds aren't going to a Janet Jackson concert, so I felt pretty good.
No, it depends where you go. Like in Jersey, New York, yeah, because it's just but it depends what venue,
Yeah, well, one thing I will say is that where at Barclays Center, it was sold out. That shit was sold out. I was like, out. She's still selling out.
Yeah.
I had to see her in Jersey because Honey was getting married, I think, that day.
Yeah.
So we end up going on what they call her bachelorette party for Janet Jackson in Jersey. But I'm not gonna lie, I ended up doing a whole different trip without them and went all the way to Buffalo, New York. Because I was like, oh, you ain't messing up. I was like, I'm going to see Janet. And that's how I saw the the meet and greet, which thank God I did because she's not doing any meet and greets right now. I don't know why, but she's not.
Right. Yeah.
No.
I would have loved to meet her, but damn those prices.
No, why you think I'm home broke right now? It was so I did the Janet meet and greet. I got a new computer and my tooth. And between like those three things, that's $10,000. I said, we ain't going nowhere till our stuff is paid off. So that's what's like.
I did see a celebrity. I didn't take a photo with him, but Nick Jonas is in a Broadway show right now called.
Yes.
So I saw him up close. I didn't get a photo with him, but hey, I saw the guy and yeah, it was packed, but it was great. I got a photo of him, and
I love the Jonas Brothers, so I'm super stoked about that.
Yeah,
I think I bumped into Nick myself when I did like a little video on it. I was like, holy, that's what's up.
No, I love the Jonas Brothers. I'm gonna go see them. I think October.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
you love a good concert.
I do.
You love a good concert.
Trying to see.
I met Austin at Janet's show this Saturday.
Girl, that was a flex. When I saw, I said, "Is that Augie?"
I
know.
That Augie? I told him about us. Say, you have a group on Station Head. We promote your album. It's amazing. He was like, yeah.
The album is good.
Yeah,
it is good. I know I need to still do a Station Head on this thing. I was like, and I want to do it before Taro comes out with his album, which is the 16th of this month. Happy June, y'all. But
let me change my calendar. Hold on.
I thought it was June. Oh, Brittany has a good statement. Well, everybody has a good statement. I didn't want to say it like that. I wrote this a little earlier, but as of now, I wish they would give us a little some new casting pictures. Yes, give us something.
We got a casting, but they haven't really put it out that much. I'm trying to see what it was. Someone sent it to me, and I was like, where was it? I'm gonna find it. You guys keep talking, and I'll just.
Okay.
Oh, I think this is it. We got something that said Liza Minnelli
Yes.
This actress, Effie Spence, is playing Lisa Minnelli in the biopic. This is only they haven't. I don't know what the exact source. It's probably IDMB. That was another new thing. But again, that's the only source you've got that from.
Well, you gotta remember, and I'm sure you know more than anybody because you build a beautiful block of videos on this. That we went from getting castings, pictures,
Oh yeah, we got a whole leaks.
announcements to like nothing, burger. How do we go from one extreme to the next? So it's just like, oh, okay. And if you can't release anything, maybe you're writing a new script, maybe you go in a different direction, fine. When you do something like the Wiz re-release, or if you have your documentaries come out, make it so special that the fans feel like, okay, this is a great appetizer. We're getting ready to cook. We're getting ready to have like treat it like it's something special. Because community does go all out. That's what makes our community so special. We go all out for everything.
I think what needs to happen, and I think now they just focus on production. Like right now, production is focused, and that's all movies should do. That's all movies have been for the past God knows how many years. Yeah. But I think what really needs to be done, and I think this is something that they need to do more than ever, is get a new concert out, get Munich 92 out. Get the first Dangerous Tour show out. If your MJ the Musical is literally documenting the first show for the Dangerous Tour, and yet we don't even have it out as a release. We have footage of it, like a couple, but not the full show. Apparently, somebody has 30 minutes of it, but it's not. He's not going to put it out because you know how a lot of those like tape collectors, they want to keep their things to themselves. And he started a freaking, what are those like sites that, not like GoFundMe. There was another one someone started for we got like the LA 89 audio. I remember when people were trying to raise money for that, and then we got it. But but I think that needs to be, a concert. They got to remaster all these videos. I mean, there's a lot needs to be done. And that's why I keep saying all these other, like the Prince Estate knows what they're doing, even though they have their own problems, but they're also better than the Michael Estate. What's another estate that's better than Mike? Oh my God. Hendrix did some pretty good stuff. Their estate did some pretty good things. Beatles. There's a lot of faith. But it is what it is, and we'll just wing it. I'm gonna get going.
All right, Joey.
It was great to get in.
As always, I was like, congrats again.
Yes.
Always feel free to come through. We appreciate your time.
Sure.
Probably see you at one of the parks. I'm planning to go this year. So.
Oh, when are you planning to go?
I don't know yet. Hopefully in December. I'm really hoping December. I'll be hopefully in Disneyland in a couple weeks. We'll see.
I've never been to Disneyland. I would love to go.
Ooh, you should definitely go. That's the OG park.
Yeah, that's why. I keep pushing that. I'm trying to push it even more next year, probably.
Yeah.
But all right, everybody.
Good night,
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you for joining.
Bye-bye.
We got a few more questions. And it's funny, I was talking to Jennifer and I'm like, there's no way this is going to go over an hour. I don't even know why I set myself up. But we're going to definitely try to get to all the biopic pictures. And then you guys had a couple of comments that were addressing something I said earlier. Oh, shoot. You know what? We're just going to have to zigzag because I have, 31 things start. And even I got like lost. Let me just, bye, Joey. All right. So let's just start from the first one that started.
Okay.
Here we go. It's completely different. Andor really gave the Empire after Revenge of the Sith. Yes, more death. Again, go check out Andor. Trust the burn. OMG, Andor is amazing. I first started when I think it first came out and I didn't like it. I thought it was okay, but yeah, I get it because it was slow. It is slow. That's the problem. But I gave it another chance this year and I fell in love with it. Yeah. And if you, like I said, if you guys are into Star Wars, Gadgetrish will have a couple of Star Wars stuff in June. Then we do Ironheart. And then we go back to Cobra Kai with Tori. Tori will be back on my channel late July. So Tori also needs her own, pop culture kind of channel. Just saying. She crushed it. Yes. Tori is just a different kind of YouTuber. Like she's so big in historical information. She's super analytical. And I'm just like, like it's awesome. And it's like it's so fascinating. I'm like it's amazing. But I have to gush over my partner. She's amazing.
She is amazing.
It's okay. Yeah, just come back. You'll love it, John. Trust us on this one. Or you may not like it. Not everybody likes Andor, but I love it.
I still have to check it out. So
unfortunately, the community is so in love with it. You're gonna have to watch it. Some stuff you don't have to. You don't have to see the Acolyte. You don't have to see Boba Fett. You have to see Andor. After Andor ended, I watched Rogue One. I haven't watched it yet because I'm still watching Andor over and over again like a daggone Star Wars crackhead. It's ridiculous. Oh, my birthday is during that week. I wasn't already having a birthday trip. If you could do something special for yourself, treat yourself. Okay, so Lady may not be able to make the June King of Popcorn, but she would like to make the August. Sending you good vibes of overflow of money, things that are due to you, so you can go. That's my good vibes. Because I mean, what I've noticed this year, a lot of people are struggling with money. That is the common thread. And I think it's between inflation, no raises, it's a lot. Yeah.
The economy is really bad right now. And it's just not you guys, like all of us. Even if you see us traveling, we're trying to like make it work.
That was the question. How many scenes do you think Michael Jackson as a little boy will have in the Michael biopic movie?
I think quite a few. I think they'll give it some good time, They have to. I mean, with a J5.
Only if you add something. I think that was our concern. I really think American Dream was good enough not to revisit it, but if you give us some new stuff, sure. But I feel like because of the issue with the allegations making them reshape the movie, now we have no idea what movie we're going to get. Like no clue.
I mean, they can give us a perspective of little Michael. Give us his point of view of everything. Of his dream, of his relationship with his father. It's a touchy subject, but everybody talks about it. What kind of drove him? What kind of pushed him?
You know what I would find intriguing about Michael's in general, but mainly when he's a kid? Michael had the saddest eyes if he wasn't performing. Like if like sometimes he would have a picture and you could just see sadness there. You even see it as an adult, but you saw it more when he was a child. And I'm like, I always wondered, was that exhaustion? Was there like something behind those eyes? Like I feel like his childhood has been somewhat compromised because like he felt love and validation from public perception, like public, public acolytes and stuff. And I wonder how that shapes a person where you get that type of that over love and stimulation from strangers, and you kind of like feed off of that. It can get really dangerous. Like even look on social media, how many times have you check your posts, how many likes, how many views? Like you know, you'll find yourself going down a rabbit hole, not realizing like, hey, stop, you know? But
Yeah.
imagine like his life is that all the time. And what happens in those quiet moments when you don't
Mhm.
have that? So I'm kind of curious. He has there's other childhood stars, but Michael is so unique because he was a superstar so young, and it
Yeah.
kind of stayed that way till he died. So
Yeah.
how unique is his life, you know? So I don't
So that's why
know.
I think it'd be like a good way to bring it like Michael's point of view in a sense. And if they want to go there, I don't know, you know, this is just me thinking further along, they can kind of make it into a mental health type of like awareness in a sense of what he was going through, because that takes a toll on you, and it took a toll on him, on his mental health, because it's just not the king crop. Everybody has, you know, issues going on, like you said, with the social media, checking the likes, and that influencing your life. So I think if they give it that perspective as young Michael and kind of like how he dealt with, it would make him in a sense more human and more relatable to people, and it would attract a lot of people just because like, oh dang, well Michael went through this as a kid, and that kind of filter, and that's what triggered this and triggered that, kind of like show Michael behind the, what do you call it, behind the curtains in a sense.
Yeah.
I think that
I
starting from a young Michael, I
really
like that.
love the idea of Michael Jackson the superstar versus Michael Jackson the human.
Yeah.
That's actually, yeah, awesome. But you know, we trust the delays are for a reason. You know, we're not panicking yet. We're just wondering, you know, can we get, when you do your alleged reshoots, can we get some new photos? Can we get something to say, we didn't forget you guys. We know we're being quiet. We have our reasons, but here's a picture. Here's a something, you know? No, we don't want any more nothing burgers. Like I remember when Lionsgate posted and they were posting, it was the Michael Jackson estate posted, and they were like posting saying like we have an announcement, we don't have an announcement. I'm like, wait, what kind of announcement is this? There's problems, but it's not our side, it's the other side. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You could have posted nothing. We learned nothing. When I saw the musical with my mom, I never knew how bad Michael's hair was burnt during. Yes. Our theory is that started changing Michael's life, especially with the unhealthy relationship with painkillers. I really wasn't aware of that until like the MJ the musical. I was like, oh, this is the thing, really? Because no one really spoke about it. I know one time he went into rehab, but I don't remember it in real time. It was like the late 80s or something. And you know, no one really spoke about it. So I really didn't know anything until he passed away, keeping it real, with any problems with the painkillers. So, you know, who knew?
Yeah.
So, I mean, some people knew, but that wasn't something on my radar with Michael Jackson, not even a little bit. It was just like, oh, you know, or if it was ever brought up, it was always in response to his hair being burnt, like pretty much justified reasons for the painkillers. You understand? So, I don't know. Shout out to good PR. What could you say? Like I was like, I never ever thought about it on any level. But now this one, right? But now since there are two, I'm assuming parts now, that could be good or bad, but that could go bad or wrong. It would depend on the success of the first one, correct? If they end with the Jacksons, the general public will not want to watch. You
That's
might
what
be
I
right.
say. That's what I say. That's why I am not pro two-parter. I'm pro intermission in a long movie, or at this point, just release it on a streaming service.
Oh,
I know.
I know.
It wouldn't be healthy. I mean, not healthy. It wouldn't be good for Michael, but I don't think if they split into, I don't think people are really going to watch it.
Oh man,
I don't think so.
That's a hot take, Jess. Don't be surprised if somebody clips what you just said. but
But
definitely a hot take. I was like,
I because like we've been saying, where is it gonna, if they do a two-parter, where is it gonna really end that's gonna attract people to come back?
no, you're right. That could be the make or break of the situation. But devil's advocate, it's, let's say it doesn't have that grabber, if at least if they can get some of the money back. Because this is the problem with streaming. I'm sure they figured it out too late. You have to put out so much money to create content for streaming services. If you don't get the box office kind of money, you lose the money on the services. That's why Disney is doing a lot less shows and more movies moving forward in the theaters. So it's like, even if this doesn't quote unquote do well for part 2, okay, at least they recoup the money from making part 1/2. I'm sure there's a lot of money. Just probably fixing Neverland was a lot of money. Just to get that. They got to recoup that money back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm waiting more until we get stuff like trailers and stuff to really have a real conversation about this. But annoyed. Jennifer wants receipts for the J5.
Oh yeah.
Possible ending. Just had to throw it out there. Yeah, someone else said the same thing, and they don't want the Jackson 5 movie. They wanted Michael movie. Ouch. But yes. This might be to Jennifer. I'm not sure. The Hollywood Reporter. And then Lovely said the Hollywood Reporter, Michael, the Influx Michael Jackson biopic is prepping for a bulky 22-day shoot for additional photography to be held in June. Multiple sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. Thank you for the receipts, or some receipts.
Yeah.
Jen still wants that J5 receipts though. And Rocky says, I smell a sabotage.
That's what I'm saying with part 2.
So. Oh, Lovely has some receipts here. She said they said if the movie's in 2 parts, the first part will end with Michael leaving. Okay. We should receive an actual release date within the next week, or the latest within a week. What? Janya, are you an insider? Tell us what you know. It would be dope if Michael's daughter did a tribute song for her father. It would. Absolutely. We love you, Paris. Bonjour. The article I read mentioned that the first film will conclude after the release of the Off the Wall. Okay. And the second film will likely be released in 2027. Now, I will say this about Janya. If you guys are not following Janya, he does shorts based on current event news clips. So Janya might be right, because that's his whole content. And he always updates people when they pass away. But shout out to Janya. We appreciate you. I was like, he might be right on that one. I love all the live streams about Michael and his family. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly, for being here. If you're still here. It's been a long night. I was like, I should be in bed by midnight. Psych.
What time's up?
Yeah, it's almost 1.
Yeah.
We're going to finish up get your questions in, because we got to wrap up soon, y'all. But at least let me get some of this stuff read out. It's coming out next year, especially if the stupid case is going to tell the truth. God, I should have read that. Probably, yes. Just like, oh, next time she should read it all. Okay, looking forward to seeing that, Jay, for sure. I don't know if this person's still here, but we need to wish you a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Let me see. How do you get the balloons up? Is it this one?
I think it's this.
Oh, this one. Okay. Happy birthday, MJ. There we go.
Mine's not doing it. I'm not on a Mac though.
All right. Do I have to do the old-fashioned way and do it by hand? You're right. I think it was this.
Yeah.
It's funny we did it at the same time. No, it's confetti. This is good enough. Happy birthday
Which is the
to
balloon?
you.
I thought it's gonna be a thumbs up on that one.
Oh, that's confetti. I'm failing my MacBook shortcuts.
I know the heart is a heart.
This one.
I don't know. I don't remember then. I thought it was a piece of the balloon.
Well, to the MJ Innocent podcast, happy birthday, early birthday. We're early by day. It's always good to take a trip around the sun. I wonder if anyone playing Elizabeth Teller and Chris Tucker is in a biopic. Nothing said yet. Oh, who's going to take this? I mean, I have an opinion, but.
Do you think that Spike Lee would be a perfect fit to direct the biopic movie about Janet Jackson? No comment.
So I'm going to put a disclaimer. Spike Lee is the reason why I even went to film school. So that's my way of saying I really appreciate his work. However, no.
Thank you. Okay.
It's like he has a very unique style, and I don't think it would be.
No.
All right, we're sending Dee's Tiny Kitchen good vibes. She's going to be on Havenhurst. We're going to say within a year or less. Good vibes, good money, time free. If she has pets, pet watchers, if she has kids, babysitters, you got this. All right, so we have. Oh wow, I missed a lot of comments. We got all the start ones done. Okay, the cast has said that Little Michael should win award for his role. Ooh,
Wow.
Thanks for that theme.
I did like Little Michael in the MJ the musical too. He was really good.
He was climb every mountain. It was. I loved him. Oh God, I love us MJ fans. Tori.
Let's see.
Let me see if there's anything I missed. I would like a movie about I would like a movie about the last 5 years up. Maybe. I mean, again, allegedly they were filming in that house location, so I can see it now.
But we don't know what was filming. We don't know if it's related to
right. Yes. What you said about Mike as kid reminds me of the drawing he made of himself back in the corner. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. It doesn't take much to mess up a childhood. It doesn't take much. It could be poverty. It could be parents always at work. It could be other things too. But we're just talking about little things that you would never think. It could be favoritism with siblings. It could be uncomfortable in your body or skin. It could be any little thing. Being bullied. Being discriminated of your race, and all of us have something about our childhood. Michael just probably has a gazillion more than most. It's like, whoa, it don't take much. Like sometimes my friends, they'll talk about their childhood and they'll say like a story, and I'll be like, really? And I'm like, no, you have to respect what makes people pissed off. You know, like even if you don't get it, gotta respect it. Oh, I'm sorry, we did that one. The biopic will be something to be proud of. Michael Jackson fans and his 3 kids will see their father's story on the big screen.
I think it's incredible that Prince, Michael's eldest son, is part of it. So I love that so much. And he's super stoked about it too.
And trust me, Prince studies his dad like we do. Which is so cool. Like he's all in too. I'm sure like one of the biggest things when Michael died was discovering his discography. And so our household had the Jackson 5 Christmas, maybe ABC and the Jackson 5 greatest hits. That was the bulk of my Jackson collection from my mom. And so we didn't have the whole collection. Michael passed away. I buy all the CDs. And I said, the Jackson 5 is amazing. The Jacksons is even greater. And I'm like, I wish, my mom had everything, but at the same time, to hear all their music, every single album is amazing. More people also need to talk about the Jackson 5 too. Just throwing it out there. Like, these are 6 young boys on the road, childhood pretty much wiped out. You don't know what they've seen on the road. We got some idea from American Dream, but if you listen to some of Janet's lyrics, she always talks about the things that she's seen as a child. You could tell by her lyrics that she wasn't quite happy with everything she saw on the road. Just sometimes Janet's always good with the lyrics. You feel like, girl, say more. Tell me more. Tell me more. So those things do make an imprint. Sometimes you turn out to be a different kind of adult because you are overexposed to something. So, I think that's why we do what we do for the family, because we know that sacrifice they took was epically big. They can't get that childhood back. There's no money that can give them back their childhood. So, or just being normal people. So I don't know. The least you can do is support them. Go to their concerts, buy a record when they come out, stream their music. It's having no childhood, not being able to go to the general public. That is a big loss. Period.
Yes,
like,
definitely.
I think we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Thank you, Kay, from coming from Jen's Chan.
Hey.
So cool. It's like it'll tell you like, is there anything that you see that stands out to comment on?
Let's see. I think I had seen one.
Because it is a little faster than normal, and I'm like,
Tyler has said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to see the Michael Jackson biopic film as of right now? I'm excited.
Like super excited. 10.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it. Knowing the people that are involved in it, I'm happy. I know we're going to be very pleased when it comes out. We're just a little like, we just want something. I mean, and it's just not with this biopic, like anything like Michael related. We want like another album. Like I want another album. I want some high quality, concert footage. It's just, we want stuff. We crave his stuff. We're fans. We crave his art. And that's all it is, like at the end of the day. So we'll always show some love. So we're not hating on the biopic. We're just, give us something, please. Por favor.
So I don't know about you, Jen. I know for me, I have themes for every year, right? And I feel like, it's probably because the biopic is probably a distracting factor, but I feel like we're getting a lot of nothing burgers. So, for example, if History's turning 30, why not start getting us hyped about the Michael Jackson party in Vegas? Let's make sure that History documentary is out. Find ways to like have us excited about our Michael Jackson season 2025. I mean, the biopic initially was that thread. And it's funny now that I think about it, 3T and them are supposed to be touring like very, very soon. Why is everything just so quiet?
Yeah.
So it's just like we need something going.
Yeah.
So yeah, cause I mean, shout out to MJ Fangirl. She's making it work. It's almost like things have to be left to us. And I'm like, well, I still need something to grab onto. So now that Hill Los Angeles released their movies, we'll probably start talking about possibilities for things and stuff and that and the third. But in general, it's been very quiet on the Michael Jackson side specifically. And I'm just like, okay, I'll take a break and just deal with life because, why not take a time out? But I don't know. Somebody, I know I saw a comment that grabbed my eye just now. It was
Which one?
Biopic. It was like very recent. There we go. When I first heard about the biopic, I was like, not another awful movie about Michael. But when I found out the family was heavily involved, I was relieved. True.
Me too. Me too. Especially when I found out who they casted, Jafar, that's a family member, and that Prince was involved. I'm like, I'm good.
Sign me up for
Yep,
sure.
I'm good.
But I must. Well, I won't say this on air. Maybe that's behind the stage. I would say the recent developments have me looking side-eye like, huh? Like, and I think that's why everyone's being so quiet. Because if there's, I'm assuming there's going to be a rewrite, then you have to make sure everything's, favorable in Michael's legacy. And you guys do a lot of things all over again. And so it is what it is. But it's going to be fine. We're going with Jen's very positive outlook. Everything's going to be fine, no matter what. So let me see. Do you think Bad would have sold out Thriller if 93? No.
Bad or Dangerous? Because Dangerous was in
Right. Because Bad is from the 80s. So
yes. Because 93, Bad was in case numbers at 33.
I'm assuming you mean Dangerous. I think the allegations definitely affected some of the numbers.
Yeah.
Or Dangerous for sure.
It affected the core.
But I will say this, being a teenager in the 90s, I don't think Michael's legacy was heavily impacted as it was in 22, like the 2000 era. Because like the allegations were more like little whispers, like nobody was talking about canceling Michael. A lot of people didn't believe him, but that 2005 allegations, now that had a big impact. Because like that's when that's when people were starting to bully me. I was in college back then, and they were like, "Oh, you're an idiot for believing he's innocent." It was really bad. I didn't get any issues in the 93 allegations at all, like none. But I was like, oh. There was 2 times it was tough being an MJ fan. That 2004-ish era and Leaving Lies back in 2019. Oh my God. It was just like, oh no, you're an idiot. Yeah, fun times. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
I watched it. I look like a housewife before this live. I just grabbed whatever I watched and said, this is what we wearing today. I was trying to find a Hill Los Angeles shirt, but I was like, no, we're already like 10 minutes late. Let's go.
I'm still in my Janet mood, so
I think I have that shirt.
I think you do, yeah.
I love it. So it's fair to say we're going to have to conclude this. We're past our 2-hour max, but this is to make up for all the time we didn't see, so we'll let it slide. But as always, Jen, thank you so much for doing this the last minute, and just thank you in general. I know you. I saw your notification for your moonwalking station. She said, "Let me get my setup." So if you guys would like to sleep to some awesome Michael music, head over to Station Head at the Moonwalker Station.
Yes.
And make sure you sub to her channel if you did not. She does podcasts on her Station Head, and she also does her own lives. So on her own YouTube channel. So that's going to be awesome. Anything else?
No, stay tuned, stay strong. We're in June. So stay strong, guys.
Michael season 2025. Trust me, the worst part, thank God, is over. That was the March drama. And they got clowned.
Yes. We won. The victory's ours.
It's like, so this victory 2025 will be like no other. It's Landa. Good night. Thank y'all. Oh, last question, Tyler. You got it. Is it possible that they will release a song by Michael Jackson in the future that nobody has heard? They better.
I hope so. It better be on that soundtrack.
Good night, Carol. We miss you. Hope to see you in these
Bye.
social media streets. And that's it. We don't know what the schedule for June is, but make sure you're sub to me, Tori, Jen. Why do I feel like I'm missing one of us? Am I? No, right? Because I know Jess is Janet. But the point is, make sure you're sub to everybody, and that's what will pop on someone's live sooner or later.
Yep. Stay tuned.
Bye, and happy birthday. Thank you for watching this live or replay. Make sure you sub to this channel to get more content like this. Don't forget to like the video, share, and I will see you guys real soon.